I'm on the law, but Yahweh by Yasha'Allah. Now, this week's motivation is basically scenarios of things that's gonna happen during the time of Jacob's trouble. So I'm gonna start with this scripture. This is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Now that great multitude is talking about your FEMA troops, the U.S. troops and stuff, man. It says, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And that's talking about the RFID chip. So it's going to be forced chippings in that day. Which brings me to this next scripture, Slakia. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because, Slakia. All right. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which is the truth, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And that's part of the hour of temptation, that forced RFID chipping, man. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right, so even the Lord's elect going to be tried. And it's going to try everybody, man. Because ultimately, if you take that chip, you have a shot going to destroy you. You'll be hit by thermonuclear fires, man. Thermonuclear fire. It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And that's talking about well, shit, that's blunt, man. Don't take the chip. Hold thou fast which thou hast. You have the truth on what the chip is. The chip is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, which is to put Israel back in slavery and have Esau as your God, basically. So if we go back to Second Ezra chapter 16, I'm gonna start back at verse 68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols, the chip. And they that consent unto them, that's why it's called the hour of temptation, shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Right. So if you take the chip, they still gonna fuck you up, Slakia. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Right, so the Lord's men gonna be involved in the midst of all the destruction, the chaos. People gonna be trying to get at us, man. The police gonna be trying to kill us. It's gonna be riots and everything that's gonna be going on in that time, man. It's gonna be a test for us. It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. See. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Home invasions. They're going to be kicking people out of their houses and taking them to the concentration camps. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Right, because only the elect was pronouncing the downfall of his kingdom. Like Jeremiah 28 and 8. The Lord said he sent his prophets basically to prophesy about the downfall of kingdoms, Slakia. Just like the one in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 4:9, if I'm not mistaken. Sent the apostles last, before the end of this world, before the end of Esau's kingdoms. All right, it says, hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And that's the time we're living in, the days of trouble. So this is the next scripture. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. Right, there's going to be a time of trouble during that time, man. It says, was a nation even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, right, in the book of life, man. Right, but the point is that there's gonna be a time of trouble that never seen on the world, never happened in the world, man, or throughout the history and recording of the world being here, man. This is gonna be the worst time to be in. All right, I'm gonna jump to this next scripture. Wait, this is Second Ezra chapter 15, start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right, so that's gonna be race riots, man, insurrections, civil unrest. You know, people gonna be using weapons to kill each other. People are gonna be using swords, actual swords to kill each other, knives, so on and so forth. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of the action shall stand in their power. Right, kings and princes of this world is your presidents, your senators, your Black Caucus members, your Lil Wayne's and Jay-Z, your rappers and stuff, man. Those of high status in the society that have not like a fan base, but prominent people in the society, man. They gonna be getting their ass killed too. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Right. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." Right, so that's what Jacob's trouble coming. That's what Jacob's trouble is about. It's like it. That's why the picture right here says civil unrest coming to America, and you see all the fire in the background, the people, everything's it's like chaos. All right, this is the last scripture. This is Psalms chapter 91, verse. I'm going to start at 7. It says, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So there's going to be mass deaths in America, man. It's going to be 1,000 that's going to fall at one side, 10,000 at another side from, whatever pestilence they put out, from whatever, weapon they might use to just kill people off. They'll probably just set off missiles, drone strikes. All that stuff is a part of Jacob's trouble, man. Stuff that you can't even fathom that they'll do to, human people. Or not even that. What you see going on in the Middle East is going to happen in America, man. Times 100, basically. So that's part of what Jacob's trouble is. It says, "Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked." And that's what we're gonna see that. We're gonna see that shit, man. We're gonna be in the chairs. How about this? How we have the elect? We're gonna be in the chairs looking down while everybody getting hit by nuclear missiles, man. But yeah, that's the end of the lesson. I don't want to drag it out too long. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors for the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth sincerity. Shalom.